carefully crafting the scenes that will become your life. How does one begin this process of mental training? It starts with awareness. You must become acutely aware of your thoughts, your inner dialogues, your habitual mental patterns. This awareness is the first step towards change. As you go about your day, pay close attention to the quality of your thoughts. Are they predominantly positive or negative? Do they empower you or limit you? Do they align with your desires or contradict them? This process of self-observation can be uncomfortable at first. You may be shocked to discover just how many negative, self-defeating thoughts cross your mind on a daily basis. But do not be discouraged. This awareness is a sign of progress, the first ray of light penetrating the darkness. Once you have developed this awareness, the next step is to consciously choose your thoughts. This is where the real training begins. Just as an athlete trains their body through repetition and discipline, so must you train your mind. Choose thoughts that align with your desires. If you wish for greater abundance in your life, cultivate thoughts of plenty. If you desire improved health, imagine yourself vibrant and full of energy. If you seek loving relationships, fill your mind with thoughts of love and companionship. But mere positive thinking is not enough. You must learn to think from the end. This is a crucial distinction. Do not simply think about your desire. Embody the feeling of already having it. This is the secret of manifestation, the key that unlocks the door to your desired reality. If you desire wealth, do not merely think about having money. Instead, imagine how you would feel if you were already wealthy. What would your day look like? How would you carry yourself? What decisions would you make? Live from that state of consciousness. And you will be amazed at how quickly your outer world begins to align with your inner vision. This principle applies to every aspect of your life. Whatever you desire, be it love, health, success, or personal growth, imagine it is already accomplished. Feel the joy, the satisfaction, the gratitude of having your desire fulfilled. Make this feeling so real, so vivid, that your rational mind cannot distinguish it from reality. Now, some of you may be thinking, but Neville, this sounds like mere fantasy. How can simply imagining something make it real? To this, I say, your imagination is not separate from reality. It is the very substance of reality. The world you perceive with your physical senses is but a shadow, reflection of the true reality that exists within your consciousness. Your imagination is not creating something out of nothing. It is tuning into the infinite possibilities that already exist in the realm of pure potential. Think of it this way. Your consciousness is like a radio receiver. Just as a radio can tune into different frequencies to receive different stations, your consciousness can tune into different states of being. When you imagine your desire is fulfilled, you are tuning into the frequency of that reality. It is a key. You must maintain that frequency. This is where discipline comes in. It's not enough to imagine your desire once and then return to your old patterns of thought. You must persistently occupy the state of consciousness that corresponds to your desire. This is why I say you must take the time to train your mind. It requires dedication, persistence, and above all, faith. You must have complete faith in the power of your imagination, unwavering belief in the reality of your desired state. This faith is not blind optimism or wishful thinking. It is a deep, unshakable knowing. It is the kind of faith that allowed Jesus to declare it is done, even before any physical evidence was apparent. How does one cultivate such faith? Through practice. Begin with small things. Imagine a specific event occurring, something modest but unlikely. Perhaps receiving a call from an old friend or finding a particular item you've been seeking. Imagine it vividly. Feel it as real and then release it. Do not strain or struggle. Simply know that it is done. As you see these small imaginings come to pass, your faith will grow. You will begin to understand experientially that your imagination truly is creative. And as your faith grows, so too will your ability to manifest larger, more significant desires. But remember, the goal is not merely to acquire things or to achieve external success. The true purpose of this practice is to awaken to your divine nature, to realize that you are one with the creative power of the universe. As you train your mind, you will begin to experience a profound shift in consciousness. You will move from a state of lack and limitation to one of abundance and infinite possibility. You will cease to be a victim of circumstance and become the conscious creator of your reality. This shift in consciousness is the true miracle. The external manifestations, wonderful as they may be, are merely signs following. The real treasure is the realization of your oneness with God, the infinite creative power of the universe. Now let us delve deeper into the practical aspects of training your mind. One of the most powerful techniques you can employ is what I call revision. This involves mentally rewriting past events to align with your desired reality. You see, time is not the fixed, linear progression we perceive it to be. The past, present, and future exist simultaneously in the eternal now. And just as you can imagine a desired future, you can also reimagine the past. If there's an event in your past that troubles you, that you feel is holding you back, take the time to revise it in your imagination. See it playing out differently in a way that pleases you. Feel the relief, the joy, the satisfaction of this new version of events. Do this consistently, and you will be amazed at how your perception of the past begins to shift. You may even find that your present circumstances begin to align with this new version of the past, as if it had always been that way. This practice of revision is not about denying reality or living in fantasy. It is about understanding that your consciousness is the only reality, and that by changing your consciousness, you change everything. Another powerful technique for training your mind is what I call the lullaby method. This involves repeating a short, simple phrase that implies your desire is already fulfilled as you drift off to sleep. The moments before sleep are particularly potent for impressing the subconscious mind. As you relax into sleep, your conscious mind relaxes its grip, allowing direct access to the subconscious. By repeating a simple phrase that embodies your desire, you plant the seed of that desire deep within your subconscious mind. For example, if you desire financial abundance, you might repeat to yourself, I am so grateful for my abundant wealth. If you seek improved health, your phrase might be, thank you for my perfect health. The key is to keep it simple, positive, and in the present tense, as if your desire is already a reality. As you drift off to sleep with these words on your lips and in your mind, you are programming your subconscious to align with your desire. Your subconscious mind, which knows no limitations and has access to infinite wisdom and resources, will then go to work to bring your desire into manifestation. But remember, the power lies not in the words themselves, but in the feeling behind them. As you repeat your chosen phrase, feel the gratitude, the joy, the satisfaction of having your desire fulfilled. Let this feeling permeate your entire being as you fall asleep. This practice, done consistently, can produce remarkable results. Many who have employed this technique have reported waking up to find their entire world transformed, as if by magic. But it is not magic. It is simply the law of consciousness in action. Now let's address a common obstacle that many face when beginning to train their minds: the apparent contradiction between their imagined state and their current reality. This is where many falter, allowing the evidence of their senses to overpower their imagination. But I say to you, do not be dismayed by appearances. The physical world you see around you is but a shadow, a reflection of past states of consciousness. It is not the cause of your experience, but the effect. Your true reality is your consciousness, your imagination. When you imaginatively assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are experiencing the true substance of reality. The fact that your physical senses do not yet confirm this new reality is irrelevant. Your senses can only show you what is being, not what will be. This is why faith is so crucial. You must have complete faith in the reality of your imagined state, even when your senses deny it. This faith is not blind belief, but a knowing based on your understanding of the law of consciousness. Consider the biblical story of Abraham, who was promised countless descendants when he was old and childless. The physical evidence contradicted the promise, yet Abraham chose to believe. He lived from the consciousness of being a father of many nations, and in time, the physical reality aligned with his consciousness. This is the kind of faith you must cultivate. When you imagine your desire fulfilled, you must know it to be true with the same certainty that you know the sun will rise tomorrow. This knowing, this unshakable faith, is the bridge that spans the gap between your current circumstances and your desired reality. As you train your mind in this way, you will begin to experience what I call signs following. These are external events or circumstances that confirm your new state of consciousness. They may be small at first. A overheard conversation that mirrors your thoughts, an unexpected opportunity that aligns with your desire, a fortuitous meeting that advances your goals. These signs are not the fulfillment of your desire, but confirmations that you are on the right track. They are encouragements to persist in your new state of consciousness. Do not cling to these signs or demand more of them. Simply acknowledge them with gratitude and continue to live from the state of your wish fulfilled. Now let's address another crucial aspect of training your mind: the importance of detachment. This may seem paradoxical at first. How can you intensely desire something and yet be detached from it? But this detachment is not indifference. It is the calm assurance that your desire is already yours in consciousness, and therefore must manifest in your experience. When you truly live from the state of your wish fulfilled, you no longer anxiously await its manifestation. You are not constantly checking for results or manipulating circumstances to bring about your desire. You simply live your life from your new state of consciousness, knowing that the outer world must conform to your inner reality. This detachment allows the universe to orchestrate the perfect unfolding of your desire. It removes the resistance and anxiety that can block or delay manifestation. It is the ultimate expression of faith. The faith that what is true in consciousness must inevitably express itself, the experience. Practice this detachment in your daily life. When thoughts of lack or doubt arise, gently dismiss them. Do not fight against them or try to forcefully replace them with positive thoughts. Simply return to the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Live from that state and let go of any anxiety about when or how your desire will manifest. As you practice this detachment, you may find that your desires begin to manifest in ways you never could have imagined or planned. The universe has infinite channels through which your good can come to you. By detaching from the how and simply living in the consciousness of already having your desire, you open yourself to miracles. Now let's delve into another powerful technique for training your mind: the use of inner dialogue. Your inner conversations, the mental discussions you have with yourself and others, are incredibly potent in shaping your reality. Most people engage in inner dialogue unconsciously, often repeating patterns of worry, doubt, or conflict. But when you become aware of your inner conversations and deliberately shape them to align with your desires, you begin to pay attention to your habitual inner dialogues. Are you constantly defending yourself against imagined criticisms? Are you rehearsing arguments or reliving past conflicts? Are you explaining why you can't have what you want? Once you become aware of these patterns, you can begin to change them. Craft new inner conversations that support your desires. Imagine discussing your success with a friend. Hear yourself confidently explaining your achievements. Feel the joy and pride of sharing good news with loved ones. Make these new inner dialogues as vivid and real as possible. Engage all your senses. Hear the words clearly. See the expressions on people's faces. Feel the emotions of the conversation. Do this regularly, and you will be amazed at how quickly your outer world begins to reflect these new inner realities. Remember, every word you speak in your inner conversations is a seed planted in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Choose your inner words carefully, for they will grow into the circumstances of your life. Now let us address a question that often arises when people begin to seriously train their minds. What about action? Do I just sit and imagine, or do I need to do something in the physical world? It's both simple and profound. Inspired action will naturally flow from your new state of consciousness. When you truly live from the state of your wish fulfilled, you will find yourself naturally taking actions that align with that state. These actions will not feel like effort or struggle. They will not be driven by anxiety or lack. Instead, they will feel natural, joyful, almost effortless. You will simply find yourself doing what needs to be done, guided by an inner knowing. This is very different from the frantic, fearful action that many engage in when trying to make things happen through sheer force of will. Such action, born of lack and desperation, often leads to frustration and burnout. Instead, as you train your mind and live from your desired state, you will find that opportunities present themselves. Ideas come to you, and you are moved to take action in ways that perfectly align with your goals. This doesn't mean you become passive. Far from it. You may find yourself working hard.
Incorporate rhythmic bass lines and gentle drumming to establish a groove, while adding horns and strings to enhance the depths and richness of the sound. Focus on crafting a relatable and uplifting message that resonates with listeners, inviting them into an intimate and warm musical experience. Incorporate with a relaxed yet engaging rhythm. Take me there, take me where it all begins. Met you by the riverside, the city lights dim. You had that look, like you knew where I'd been. You asked me who's in your heart tonight, but I smiled back, staying out of sight. You're my anchor, my flame, lighting up shadows, calling my name. But every glance has its cost. In this game, someone's bound to get lost. I'm treading water in my own eyes. Told you I'd be better, but I still hide a tangled heart, a twisted mind. I'm here for now, but gone in time. In a crowded room, he's pulling me close, but your memory lingers like a ghost. Whiskey glasses and smoky air. I try to forget, but you're everywhere. You'd ask me to stay, see things through, but I'm running from me, not just from you. I'm treading